If you have not seen Infinity War, there are spoilers ahead. Repeat, if you have not seen Infinity War, there are spoilers ahead. Please leave now. What's up, guys? Greater Marlon here, and today it's finally here. Infinity War is here. 6 years in the making. Well, no, 6 years we've been waiting for this movie. 10 years in the making to see part one of the final chapter of this 10-year long book, or 11-year long, because then next year Avengers 4 ends it all. But it's here, and we have so much to go through. So I'm going to be reviewing this, and Jesus Christ, was it a emotional roller coaster. So if you've been watching Marvel since 2008 with the very first Iron Man, this movie is nothing but fan service for you. So this movie made me want to cry. Even though I didn't cry, I felt like depressed. And it makes you smile. Now, I heard somebody complain that there was too much humor in the movie. Honestly, I had no problem with the humor. The humor helped. Because you see, hey look, that person just died. Crack a joke, and it's fun. It's funny. It makes you forget about, oh yeah, that person just died right there. I think the humor helps. Because this is a bumpy, weird roller coaster where sad, happy, depressed, happy, depressed, happy, depressed. It's like that, but then the coaster ends, happy, depressed, happy, depressed, happy, depressed. That's how it ends. The movie ends on going through happy, happy, and then goes to depressed, stays on depressed. And questions. So, the performances, they were great. Honestly, I thought everybody did an amazing job. I think I'll get to Tom Holland because I think one of his scenes, he did amazing. So, the story, hold on. How was Thanos? Thanos beats out Loki 100%, dude. Do you know how, this isn't some mustache-twirling villain. No, Thanos is just a villain who thinks he's doing the right thing. He wants to collect all the Infinity Stones, play God, and then wipe out half the universe by snapping his fingers by collecting all 6 Infinity Stones. And he succeeds. He gets all 6. Snaps his fingers. Half of humanity cease to exist. His quest to destroy half of humanity was completed in one movie. But now, all the sacrifices by literally throwing his own daughter, his adopted daughter, off a cliff just to get the Soul Stone is heartbreaking. He didn't just kidnap her, he loved Gamora as an actual daughter. And he wanted to get the Soul Stone, but you could see as he's dragging her off the cliff, he's crying. He cares about Gamora as a daughter and doesn't really want to do this, but knows this is what he has to do to complete his quest. It's just depressing. So, let me go over some of the deaths. We have Heimdall, Loki, which I knew was going to happen because he was barely in the rest of the trailers. But Loki, Heimdall, Gamora, and then Black Panther, Spider-Man. Well, hold on, Heimdall, Loki, Gamora, and Vision, right now we know are dead. Killed dead before the snap. So, when the snap happens, Spider-Man, Black Panther, Falcon, the entire Guardians of the Galaxy, except for Groot, Scarlet Witch, just everybody disappears. It's only the Phase 2 Avengers. The Phase 2 Avengers disappear. Black Widow, Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, War Machine, and Hawkeye, Ant-Man and the Wasp, and we don't know where Ant-Man and the Wasp are, but maybe, I heard a theory that maybe they go into the quantum realm, and then, depending on how time works in the quantum realm protects them from the snap, so when they get back after the snap happened, and they're fine. Honestly, I believe that. Hawkeye is okay, too, so we don't know where he is, but, of course, if it's all the Phase 1 Avengers, he's okay. So, where did all the Phase 2 Avengers go? So, I'm guessing the Soul Stone, since I think they're all in the Soul Stone, of course, but Nick Fury and Maria Hill are also dead from the snap. They're not permanently dead, but they're just gone from the snap. So, which was the most emotional, death of the snap? It has to be Spider-Man. Not because I'm a huge fanboy, but oh my god, he became a kid when it happened. He was like, Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. And he, starts to tumble, falls into Tony's arms, and they're, hugging, and he's like, it's almost like he wants to cry, and he's like, Mr. Stark, I don't want to go. And it's so sad. It's like, come on, you can't do this to me. It's so heartbreaking. I know he's not going to be dead, but still, seeing how he's freaking out, he's acting like a kid, how a kid would feel if he was dying. It hits you right in the feels. It feels awful. I remember sitting there just like, why is this happening? It's so good, but it's so depressing. Oh, God. The fight scenes. God, they were so good. Titan, Wakanda, they're so good. This movie's great. This movie's amazing. The Russo brothers, I love you. You did a good job on this movie. This movie's 10 out of 10. So, seeing Iron Man, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange team up with the Guardians to fight Thanos, it's just, it's so good. Seeing Spider-Man just jump through all the portals that Doctor Strange is making, kicking the living crap out of Thanos, and then just getting choke slammed by Thanos is just, and it's great. Seeing Thanos throw a planet at them, and then you get to the final battle in Wakanda, and then you see the chant. The chant makes my heart race. When I heard that chant, Mbombe! 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 My heart was racing. It was like, oh, I'm ready for this. And just when they started charging, my heart kept pumping. It was just like, let's go, let's go, let's go. And then you can see Black Panther and then Steve. They're the fastest, and I think Black Panther is probably beating Steve a little bit, but still, they were killing it. The interactions. This is something that I wanted to see for a long time. So we get to see Thor, Rocket, and Groot come down to Wakanda to help. Probably one of my favorite interactions out of all these characters is Groot and Captain America. Thor introduces them. He's like, yeah, these are my friends. And then you hear Groot just say, I'm Groot. And then Steve just looks at him and he's like, I'm Steve Rogers. And I love that. It's so good. It's just perfect writing. Just seeing somebody say, I am Groot. And then they go like, I am Steve Rogers. It's great. It's what I've wanted for all these years, to see all these heroes come together just to fight this mad titan that we've been waiting 6 years to see kick some anus. And we saw him kick anus and felt depressed. And the stakes were high for this movie. You were basically watching Marvel's version of Empire Strikes Back. The entire team is split up, and they're just being pounded to death. Sacrifices, death, and this is the weakest they have been. They can't face this horrible threat that has been waiting 6 years just to strike. He's waited for the Ancient One to die, and then Odin, and then, who was the third one? Just, he's been waiting for these three, oh yeah, Ego to die, and then he's been waiting for them to die so then he can come in and start his attack on Earth and get the Infinity Stones. It's great. This movie is great. Now, the Black Order, I was actually kind of disappointed with them. Like, the actors I think they did pretty well. The CGI was iffy. It was okay. I thought Thanos looked the best out of all of them. He looked real, but still the Black Order looked, you could tell it was pretty bad. But they were intimidating. Like, yeah, they got a blow on Vision where they literally freaking stabbed him. They proved kind of hard, but still, all of them were killed off in the entire movie, and they just weren't that threatening to me, but they were okay. I thought the Wizard one was the most interesting. I kind of liked him. Sadly, he was killed off. So, this movie is just great. This movie is so god darn good. I love it. So, the ending. We're stuck here. Nebula, oh yeah, Nebula survived too. I forgot to say that. But there's so many characters where I could forget everybody who survived. Post-credit scene. Nick Fury, Mariah Hill, they're in New York, and they're driving around. Car spins out of control. They look to see, nobody's in there. And then Maria says, like, Nick starts fading away into the sky. And then, as you see, Nick runs to their car, grabs this little old thing, I forget what it was called, and then you can see him start dialing it. It's not like a phone, it's some really weird, it looks like a chip that would go in your head or something. And then he starts to fade away. Before Nick can drop an F-bomb, he's already gone. But what he drops lands on the floor, we get a close-up, he's calling Captain Marvel. So that means Captain Marvel, of course we knew Captain Marvel was going to be in the next one, not in this one. But still, it leaves questions on why didn't Nick Fury call Captain Marvel sooner? Like, he could have called her during Avengers 1, but decided not to. He probably couldn't have called her in Avengers 2, didn't it? But, seeing this, he's like, oh, I gotta call Captain Marvel. Why didn't he do that? There's so many questions about, like, where did the rest of these Avengers go? Where are they? What is Thanos' plan? Because we see Thanos in the end, he's sitting here. He's sitting on, like, I think it was Gamora's planet, sitting there satisfied, but knowing that he had to go through all these sacrifices by killing Gamora, destroying places like Xandar, Nowhere, just to get these stones, and then snap. And then the gauntlet is destroyed, but the stones look perfectly fine. But on the forge, there's a replica of the Infinity Stone. Not the Infinity Stones, the Infinity Gauntlet. And I get a feeling he might go for it, or they have to make a new one, so then they can reverse everything that just happened. So, what I'm guessing is the actual Avengers are here, so they can get the final blow on him. Hawkeye and Ant-Man and the Wasp will join in to help the fight, but I feel like right now they're putting off all these Phase 2 Avengers. They're putting them to the side, they're putting them on the bench. Tell them, hey, take a break right now. But this movie, I gotta say, is great. If you have not seen it, if you're watching this right now and you've not seen it, I literally just spoiled the entire movie for you. Don't hate me, you're welcome. And if you did see it, dude, go see it again. This movie, it's just great. So, what do you guys think of Infinity War? I thought it was great. I can't wait for next year. Next year can't come any sooner, sorry. But if you guys enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like, leave a comment, tell me what you're going to do, or until next time, I'll see you guys in the next one. Later, guys.